Right now, a Georgia U.S. Senator demanding change and accountability from staff at the Dublin VA. The VA Inspector General's office put out a new report in March saying they are putting veterans at risk of infection and worse. Celine Arif is live in studio with us tonight to comment more on what the senator is having to say.
That's right, Frank. Now, there are two reports from the Veterans Administration that says the Dublin's Carl Vinson VA Medical Center is putting veterans at risk. The problem is unclean, unsterilized medical instruments, and they say leadership isn't moving fast enough to solve it. Now, I spoke with Senator Jon Ossoff, who says the change needs to start now. A new report says problems continue at Dublin's Carl Vinson VA Medical Center. Senator Jon Ossoff says the latest concern is cleanliness and infection.
Number one issue is safety, right? The fundamental question here is, can veterans get care at this facility without risk of infection? And there were thousands of veterans who were subjected to that risk, and several of them tested positive for bloodborne diseases thereafter. It's unacceptable.
In 2022, the Dublin VA sent a letter to about 4,000 veterans asking them to get tested for things like HIV and hepatitis B and C because the VA was worried that veterans were exposed to reusable medical equipment that wasn't clean. A follow-up report last year said the VA didn't make any major changes to fix those problems.
Well, I'm seriously concerned for the safety of veterans who were treated at the Carl Vinson facility in Dublin. Given these repeated failures by the facility's clinical staff.
Now there's a new report released this spring saying the Dublin VA implemented only some of the recommendations from last year's report. Now they say they're finding new problems.
Well, this is going directly to the regional VA leadership, and I'm expecting answers promptly. And if they don't respond promptly, then that's going to be a problem for them.
Ossoff says he's going to continue applying pressure and report back on any changes the Dublin VA makes in response. The Veteran Administration report says there's been a lot of turnover in leadership at the Dublin VA over recent years, and that's one reason they haven't resolved the safety problems. Now, the National VA Secretary, Doug Collins, also highlighted the turnover when he visited the Dublin VA last month. He said that's something they need to work on. Back to you, Frank.
Well, Celine, thanks very much. Celine also reached out to the Dublin VA for comment. They told her they're working on a statement.